gentlemen, once again, welcome to Lunch Money. I'm your host, Gina Savage, joined with host Christy Miller. We are your new noon.
Are we though? We're still the new noon.
We are. We say it every week. We say, "Are we though?" And we are. We're always going to be your new noon because there's nothing. There's no one competing for that new noon spot because they're smart. They're smart.
Everybody's asleep. They have a life. They're like, noon on a Monday. Fuck this.
What's wrong with those two?
Those two. Those two.
What are those two? I love saying, what are those two up to? So how you feeling?
Well, it's been a week. You know, I actually just beat myself down to the ground so bad my body gave out on me and I just kind of collapsed from exhaustion and dehydration. So not COVID. Sorry, people.
Not COVID. Thank God.
Yeah.
And are you drinking coffee or some other beverage today?
Drinking water out of my mug, out of my mug.
Yes. Well, I'm actually drinking coffee out of the black mug, or yes, the black mug, and I guess in a sort of commemorative memorial sort of homage to Larry King.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's a mug of color.
It's a mug of choice. My mug of choice is a mug of color. And yeah, that was news. Can I tell you something? I swear to God, it's so. I was, I fall asleep. I'm usually watching crime. It's any number of things. It's a crime show, investigation, discovery of some sort. It's crime. It's extraterrestrials.
Mm-hmm.
Love my or I am watching Ghosts. That's a new one now too. I'm watching Ghosts, but I fell asleep. I guess I had the earbuds in or whatever, what have you. And I heard, I remember Larry, and I knew in my dead of sleep that someone named Larry had died. And I swear to God, I thought it was Larry David. In my sleep, I was like, did Larry David die? So I'm glad I know that's, yeah, that's how I woke up to it. And then I was like, oh no, it's Larry King, which is he's old, and he'd been through a number of things, so it's not,
honey,
he was old. He was up there.
Honey, he was fucking 10 minutes older than dirt. This guy, 87 in the hospital with COVID. Like, that's what took him out. Like, 7 marriages didn't do it, but it was COVID.
7, and he married one twice, so it's like 8 marriages, right? I think he had like a legit 8 marriages.
Yeah,
he had an active personal life, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he just loved being married. I think he's one of those guys that just likes to be married.
Well,
or he's just stupid.
He's in that era, my mother's era and my father's era, because my mother would have been, I don't even know how old. She'd be pushing 80, I guess, I suppose. I don't even know. I have to do the math. But I think somewhere around there. My dad passed at 89, so, he's got company now up there in Jew heaven that doesn't exist.
Oh, it does. It's called Lomans.
It's called Florida, and I'm here already.
Jew heaven.
But anyway,
did you go to Jew heaven? Did you go?
I'm in Jew heaven. I swear to God. But Larry King, what an illustrious career on top of an illustrious, love life. But what I was getting at is there was an era where you didn't live with people, you married them.
Yeah.
You weren't going to live in, not sin, but
no,
you weren't.
But you didn't move in until you got married.
Exactly. I know a couple people in our own lives that have done that a few times. I'm not going to name names. I'm just going to say
married.
Or gotten married more than once. I mean, like, my thing is, I have been married one time, and I said, like a true adult, I'm not doing it again unless I know that I want to spend, eternity meaning the rest of my life with this person, meaning if this person is, which I wouldn't say that I wouldn't do that for like a companion. If I was like, let's say Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, like they're not married and their thing works, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll be there for someone I love, but like to legally bind. Look at this. I'm not co-hosting. I'm legally binding.
Well, because co-hosting is this, legally binding is this. So
Wait.
sign language, ladies and gentlemen. This
Wait,
is
so
I'm going to go work for Cuomo after this behind him.
I like making up new hand gestures for those things. Anyway, legally binding. You don't want to legally bind is what I'm saying. So anyway, but I mean, after night, he was with what, Sean South. Well, look, we're going right into the gossipy part of Larry King.
Yes.
But he was married to Sean Southwick, who I used to watch on that show, Entertainment, whatever.
Right.
1,000 years ago, whatever that show was. And she, the reason Sean Southwick is, she's whatever talented, but that smile, she had that freaking, it was like, wait, the best is yet to come. She had a best is yet to come smile. Yes. She had that before I realized people were actually intelligent beings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was wrapped up in what people look like versus what they, had to offer mentally, emotionally. It was just all about looks at one point in my life, which is pathetic. I realize.
Is it
because
though?
you're not going for substance. Well, you want to have some element of someone. I would take it. I mean, so do you think she looked at Larry King, Sean Southwick? No disrespect to the late, great Larry King. But do you think Sean Southwick said, wow, this guy's hot, I want that? No, she was going for something else.
Yeah, she was going for career stability and yeah, she wasn't thinking, wow, Larry King's he's gonna bang me so hard my neck snaps against the headboard. That's a guy.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think you got to have something going on. I can't believe I'm talking about Larry King like this, but I think
it's us. It's lunch money, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. I'm not a journalist. By the way, don't you love this garment? This accessory.
Yes.
That I'm wearing today. I think I got this from my friend Karen. And the dress, I don't know where it came from. It just materialized in my closet. I think it's either Karen's or my friend Mandy's. Somehow it's in my possession. I don't know. Keeping it, suck it. Yeah. Anyway. I think Larry King must have been pretty good in bed to be married that many times. Like nobody's hopping in the sack with somebody, that many times.
No, he'd have to be really good in bed if he was poor. He wasn't poor, so you don't have to be good in bed when you got money.
I don't know.
You don't have to be.
I'm going to go. I'm going to hazard a guess here.
I bet he could eat pussy like a motherfucker. This is if he could roll his arms. I'm Larry King.
Why can't I forget? Wow, we're taking this to new depth in the afternoon. In the early afternoon, Larry King was a slut. What? You can quote us here on Lunch Money. What a slut.
Larry King liked to pound ass. Yes.
He got some lookers. And then what? He married like his childhood sweetheart at the age of 18. Lost his dad at an early age. The guy had a life that was, the kind of life you'd. Yeah.
He got married and annulled in a year because his parents were totally against the high school sweetheart.
You know what? Parents generally don't like it when you're, that age, and you're all like, but you know what? People did it and they do it and it's never going to change. Hello.
But that was in the 1800s when he got married the first time.
They still do it in the they still Alabama. Do it in the boondocks.
Hey, you won't get married? I'm 20 and I'm going to get married to my cousin.
My cousin. I don't know. All of a sudden I felt like going boom shaka. Okay. Boom shaka. Yeah, I think I dread, like that's what, girls were, why is that a thing? Why does that come up all the time? Like we have to up. I mean, I guess it's a natural thing, but it was really implanted in our brains, at least in my brain, you couple up and you're as one with another person.
Yeah.
whether it be a man or a woman. I am saying you couple up. That's it. I
Yeah.
wasn't brought up with my mom did say this though. She said, never depend on a man. Never
Yep.
depend on a man to pay your bills.
My mom said the same thing. She goes, men will always disappoint you, and
Eh,
take care of yourself first and don't settle. So I did.
so I did, and here I am with lunch money.
At 50, unmarried, with a roommate.
We'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be coming up north in February. So yes, I'm hoping for a heat wave. I'm coming at the coldest part of the freaking, who does that? That's insane.
It's the
Anyway,
snowiest month in New York City.
I know. I already know.
February.
Snowery.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I know it's going to snow or I'm going to have a flight delayed because I'm coming February 13th. Every time I schedule a flight, there's a storm, there's a thing, I already know it. So I'm not even stressing it.
No.
Flight was $23. I'm not really too concerned.
Yeah.
I'll reschedule if I have to.
Yeah.
Oh, I said reschedule like I'm somebody. I'll reschedule. I'm going to reschedule. I'll reschedule that.
You know why? Because you are Blanche. You are somebody.
Yeah.
Blanche.
So our deep respects to Larry King, because those interviews that he had in the day were including our dear friend, your dear friend.
Yeah.
The Dice Man.
The Dice Man.
I watched that today.
Oh, good. Yeah, I forgot about that. And then he posted it. And I was like, oh, fuck, I remember. I was like, oh, man, he was so handsome. I forgot how hot he was.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, damn, Dice.
I was like,
damn.
oh, that's right. Zan, why can't you still look like that at 63?
Well, I will
I'm
say,
so shady.
You are shady. You know what? Because I'll tell you what.
He's still handsome. I love him so much. I love him.
I know you do. He's in the gym like all the time. I always see those posts. He's working out. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Right?
He's keeping it together. And I love every minute of it. And I love him with every ounce of my being. He's funny, handsome, generous, loving, supportive, and would do anything for you.
Good.
But I won't do that.
But I won't do that. No, I won't. So,
I would do anything for Dice.
But I won't do that. He looks very happily married, by the way.
Not married, but he's very happy.
He's not married to that beautiful woman?
They've been together a year now, a little over a year.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
I feel like it's longer.
About a year and a half.
Well, who am I thinking of? There was somebody else pre that, right?
Oh, yeah. There's always somebody pre that. That's another guy who loves to be married. Dice has been married more times than Elizabeth Taylor. Hey, sweetie, I think you're trying to, Andrew Dice, Elizabeth Taylor.
And not to talk about Dice too much, but in the 80s, when I was, when everyone, when during the time of that interview, in fact, when he was at the top of his game, and people will say whatever they want about Dice. I'm just saying, from my vantage point, he was the top of his game in the 80s, and I was not married at the time, and my ex would always be, you should pattern yourself as like the female Dice. And that's when I went to study improv, when I went to the improv on 44th Street, and Marty Friedberg, that's how old I am. The kids today don't know who that is. I didn't even barely know who he was. Okay. But anyway, he was teaching comedy. And I was trying to do the whole, yeah, so lame. Okay, anyway, I'm Dice like that. That's the day. Okay, anyway, not funny. I told a story about cooking a turkey. Okay, but let's get back. I love you.
Well, the thing I loved about the Dice's interview with Larry King was what they were talking about was basically what we're going through today with like censorship and cancel culture and how they were going after him. And he goes, you can't just listen to the fact that these are just jokes, and people just aren't listening to the jokes. They're actually taking shit seriously, and they can't just relax and enjoy the humor, and they're coming for him because it's insane that we forget about these things because they're in the past. And then when you see these old interviews resurface when Dice was in his heyday, And the same thing we're dealing with today, he was at the front end of it because what other comic in history selling out arenas all across the country? Like
I
he was
know.
a rock god when it came to, no comic ever did that.
I know he's doing something. I saw on his Instagram, he's doing something at Governor's for
Yes.
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
I gotta say, that was like, if I was gonna, I don't know what I'm doing Valentine. I'll actually be in New York, but if I was, that's the only thing I'd be interested in seeing on Valentine's Day. Like somebody who would not like be all floofy floof about Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
that's gonna be a funny,
excuse me.
a funny, funny ass Valentine's Day
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, because
Dice
like,
is doing
yeah, but he's doing it on Zoom. I wonder how that's gonna be. Because he's gonna be at
amazing.
Governor's and he's gonna have all the Zoom people.
Oh well, then maybe we gotta get.
Zoom people.
Maybe we gotta go to
The
Governor's.
Zoom people.
Maybe we Zoom people. My God, I digress. The pool people,
Poor
people,
people. Okay.
they have not. Some of them have not been seen since the election.
You know why? They're in jail. Storming the Capitol building on a woo. Hey, QAnon. Woo.
I'm telling you, but I think they have not. And those that I will not talk politics. I won't do it. We're at the pool. This is like the watering hole, biatches. This is where I need to, like I need the sun. Why is this happening? I don't know, but I need the mira. I need the sun.
I need the sun happening,
Let
right?
the sunshine. All of a sudden, I'm Charo. I'm like, I've had too much coffee, man. Daytime talk.
Yep.
So you had a busy week. And the pool people they're still talking about, like, they're just, well, there's a number of lawsuits, blah 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 here, a number of lawsuits in Texas, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, hang it the fuck up, hang it up,
Honey, it's the Titanic, and the ship is sinking, and that band is still playing, and then the ship snaps in half and smashes into the water.
Yeah,
they're still playing. They're going to go down with the ship. Let them.
I can't believe, of all the states, that I'm in Jew heaven here. But being in Florida and knowing that, who cares? I mean, apparently Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, is in Palm Beach, or he's at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Ew.
Mar-a-Lardo. Hey, fatso. Oh, the T on him being at Mar-a-Lago is the members who pay $200,000 a year to be a member.
They're not having it.
They want him out, and they're canceling their memberships. I'm like, yes, queen. This is like Equinox. This is fantastic.
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember that whole
canceling their membership. It's like your king is home. Your king is home, and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, New York's not having any part of that. So anyway,
no. Go to Florida. Stay in Florida where you belong.
I know. I like it here, I do have to say. But what's not to like? Isn't it 27 degrees by you right now?
Yeah, and don't be rude. 27 is a very nice number. Rude.
Listen,
our weather is younger than your weather. See, even your weather is old.
All right, you got me on that. All right, you got me on old ass weather. Old ass weather.
Hey, you're the age of the temperature in the sun.
Soon I will be. I swear to God. I was talking to a pool person, and she literally said, you have to make some life choices now. This is another chapter in your life. And I was like, is this the chapter where I hang it up? Is this the hang up chapter? Like, well, you're getting on in years, but I think, representing 56, I'm not ashamed.
Listen.
Representing 56, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
Yeah, show it off, bitch. Show it off. Listen, when people, especially women, come up to you and say that unsolicited and for no apparent reason, just offer that kind, I think you should revalue your life choices and hang it up. Bitch, you just jealous because I look like this at 56 and you don't. And you're 156 and it's over for you. It's OVA, bitch. Ova.
Ova. That's the new club I'm opening up. Ova.
OVA.
Ova comedy.
I'm so OVA. OVA.
Speaking of comedy,
Yeah.
so I just did a show last night. No, the night before. Pardon me, at Gatsby's.
Yes,
at,
another Gatsby's joint.
another
Extravaganza.
I have to start off by saying that Steve, the owner of Gatsby's, the hunky owner of Gatsby's, is so nice. Came out with, they don't do this for everybody, I'm sure, but he brought me out a little caviar. This is how I get treated at Gatsby's. I got a little caviar sampling. Okay? Who has that?
Caviar sampling.
I
didn't know caviar was Irish. Oh, we got the caviar sampling.
I got that caviar, a little sample of caviar in a nice little jar with these, I don't know what you even call the bait, the breaded yumminess.
Yeah, the bait. It's fucking bait.
The breaded goodness that the caviar sat on. I felt like I wasn't worthy of it. It was so good. So yeah, and then the show, which featured Madison Malloy, Cindy Ann Jane, Johnny Azari, Clyde Gordon, Kyle Grooms, and Jimmy Schubert. So
Two Shoes, Jimmy Two Shoes.
That's right. It was a fun show.
Hey, cupcake. Hey.
Give me the. I know. Yeah, it was good.
Gina. Hey, Gina, how you doing?
Well, he was a little mad at me, and I don't blame him, because there were a couple of. I made the mistake early on. It was a great show, and I love the folks at Gatsby's, and they're coming in to eat a delicious meal. And then sometimes they walk in, they don't know it's necessarily going to be a comedy show. They're coming for the food and drinks, which is already enough said.
Right.
But there's now this comedy show, which are like, when sometimes when you're eating steak, you're like, I don't know if I'm in the mood to, but these people were coming to the show. There were a couple people there that, a group of women, and I don't want to say anything derogatory. They were lovely up front.
Do it.
They were great. They were great and fun.
Do it.
Then they freaking blew it because they got drunk.
Cunts.
And and so what happens is what I do, and I make the mistake every time. I know. I make the mistake every time. I'm like, I've got a pro on stage, love them. I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette. Every time I do that, something happens. Every single time. I'm like, it's cool. I'm going to go outside.
See, that's comedy world telling you to quit smoking.
No, it's not.
No,
that comedy world. Yeah. Okay. But I go in and I see these women piping up. And I'm like, first of all, I let you stay. They were having dinner, and they were just kind of like carryovers from the dinner portion.
Right.
That, maybe they got there at 6:30. So now it's 8. I'm like, well, you might as well stay for the show. Like, da-da-da. So just be polite. You didn't pay a cover charge. Be polite, be nice, right? The show isn't about you. And if he's telling jokes and you're stepping on every joke. You think because I went right to drunk, because they were drunk jokes. But yeah, they were stepping on it. And I came in, and he was in a thing with them, and he handled it beautifully, because of course he did. And then I was like, and then I have to come over all demure, trying to be all like, when I really want to go, get the fuck out. Well, I can't say that, because why would I wouldn't do that. But in my mind, I'm saying it. Well, in my mind, I'm saying it. But they paid. They had a dinner. They, whatever.
But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just because you paid does not give you a right to disrespect people and shit all over a fucking show.
Agreed. However, I'm talking about an establishment I like, and I don't want to create waves here. I just want them to pipe down. So I go over to them very nicely, and I said, hi, I'm the I put on that fucking bullshit manager face. I'm the manager of the I'm the producer of the show, and could you ladies pipe down? You think you could pipe down? And then I look at the one that looks like maybe she's the smart one of the group.
Oh God.
Or I would go the lesbian. And she's quiet. I'm like, could you maybe talk to them? Like, giving her the eye, like, you look like, and she's like, she's not having it. She's not having any part of me. I don't know if she was intimidated or what. She's not having any part of it.
No, she's just shutting down because she's a cunt. Like, I don't hear you. I can do whatever I want.
Just, not everything is about how cute you are, ladies. Sometimes you're
Not
not that cute.
everything's about you. Yeah,
But
sometimes you're fucking ugly. You know what? Some bitches are just fucking ugly. Some bitches are pretty, some bitches aren't. And that's just life. That's just the law of the land. I'm sorry. It's physics. It's balance. It's yin and yang. You got a hot bitch and an ugly bitch. Sorry. And you table happen to be ugly bitches.
well, they were ugly inside in that moment. I do want to say, because I want to give them a fair shake if I ever see them again, to be
I'd like
we
to
were
give them a fair shake.
we were so fucked up. We were fucked up and we're sorry. That was fun up until the moment we,
Drank
we
too
hurt.
much.
Well, I'm sure somebody's throwing up today, or the
Good.
day, whatever. Somebody,
Good.
but I wish that I'm sending good karma out into the world, because you know me, I'm trying to be all like,
Yeah.
be well. And,
And I'm
if
so
you see,
angry.
and be well, don't come back unless you're, there to have a good time. Well, the good news is, because, I'm a woman trying to do this thing along, and actually some of the other shows that I'm producing with Johnny Azari.
Okay.
So I got a pal on board, and we're doing these things together, a couple of shows and maybe
Love it.
more, and who knows how far that's going to go. And I'm excited to have like the added help, because you got to have people behind you. So that's nice.
You have to have a
You
support
do.
system.
You have to have it. So because I pay out of pocket, and I pay decently,
Yeah, you do.
at the end of the show, we said, if you didn't pay a cover, and you enjoyed us, please, put a little something in the beautiful glass brandy, thing.
Snifter.
I always say it wrong. Snifter, sifter, I don't know.
Whatever.
It's whatever. I'm sniffing it.
It's a Swiffer wet jet.
I never drank brandy, but I know, I poured it many a time. However, I made half the money back doing that, and that's really pretty great.
That's huge. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then when I left, I got a ribeye steak on the house from Steve. So you know what,
Score.
Yeah, ribeye, code word for
Don't
ribeye.
it make
I'm such an asshole.
Don't it make my ribeye blue?
Shimmy, shimmy, shake, shimmy, shimmy, shake. What? I'm shimmy shaking on the coffee. I'm so amped. I'm afraid of one of the false eyelashes. It's the first time, I'm 56, ladies and gentlemen, and it's the first time I've ever put on false eyelashes by myself.
At a girl. I wear them all the time.
How's it look?
It looks good. It looks more filled in. Like it looks more bold. It stands out more. See, I have them on too.
Yes, you do. You look great. You look great. I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
It's okay.
Okay, so we're at that portion. I know we're getting late on time, and
Right.
but we did get a letter, oddly enough,
from
a woman named Karen.
Hilarious.
Now, and it's not exactly the kind of letter that I think we're used to. So yeah, feel free to go with it.
Okay.
Exactly.
So her name's Karen, and where is she from?
Yeah, she happens to be from Florida, actually.
Oh, of course she is.
Yeah. Okay. It starts off, hello, Gina and Christy. I just wanted to tell you that I think you are both offensive.
I hate you. You suck. I can't fucking stand it. Like, you totally talk shit, and I don't fucking like it, and I'm very triggered.
Okay, that's right. All right, here we go. I watch your show, and I think you both endorse some of the most sick and depraved individuals.
You're fucking whores, and I fucking hate you, and how dare you fucking be on here? You should be banned. I'm gonna cancel you.
It's appalling to me. You both need to grow up. And what's with all the makeup?
I'm totally calling the police, like the fashion police, because you guys look like some old drag queens. Hi, RuPaul's Drag Race called and said they want their looks back. Ha ha ha.
She says, how old are you two? It's weird. I think you're both attractive, but I despise everything you stand for. But I feel like a deer in the headlights watching your show.
I voted for Trump, and I fucking hate you because you guys are libtard scum, and you think that Black lives are the only lives that matter. Well, all lives matter, and blue lives matter, so I'm going to storm the Capitol and kill a cop. Ooh, that was
She writes, maybe it's more like a wow, this gets weird. She
Uh-oh.
says maybe it's more like a moth to a flame for some reason. That's what she wrote. Maybe it's more like a moth to a flame for some reason. I can't turn away.
I'm secretly obsessed with you, and I'm afraid to be out about it because I'm trying to be cool with my Trump tard friends.
Right. Then she ends it with, whatever. You're both gross. Love, Karen.
I wish I was you because I'm a fat slob with a bad haircut, and I have a sign in my house that says "Eat, Love, Pray," and no man has gone down on me since '97. Love, Karen.
And that's from Karen, our first sort of hate love. I don't know what that was letter. But all right, Karen, good. I have my, I have this, I know. Yep, COVID. All right.
Yep.
Hopefully not.
COVID.
I have the Schumers, and on that note,
Mhm.
I don't really have anything else to add other than I got two. I got
Yo, yo, yo.
I got two shows coming up, and those two are with Johnny Azari in the producer role as well. One is at the Dubliner in Boca. It's free, and it's February 3rd. So come and see us if you're in the area. And then February 6th in West Palm Beach. I'm beginning to really like West Palm. I like it. It's a funky little clematis. I don't want to tell too many people about it, because it's that kind of like, it's nice the way it is. In terms of like population, it's like, don't get any busier. But we're doing a show at Voltaire on February 6th at 8 p.m. And that is Sunshine St, Voltaire.eventbrite.com for tickets. Look it up, bitches. And that's it.
Yes. Well, I have my usual this week, Wednesday at 9:00 on govsradio.com. Christy Unleashed without JC Best. He's still not back yet. He'll be back in a week or two. And this week's special guest host is another huge giant bottom named Oscar Aiden, who's hilarious. And I love
Did you say really Anus? Funny. His name is Oscar Anus?
Yes, because he wishes he was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. Hey, no, he's hilarious. I love him to death. He's going to co-host with me. He's going to co-host.
Marino was great. I saw him on the show.
Oh yeah, no, he was fantastic. Oh, he was really great. I was very excited. And whatchamacallit, Marino was great. Oscar's going to be awesome. And then Friday night at 8, the continuation of my Hot Mic show at 8:00, RuPaul's Drag Race live Shady Boots commentary. Why watch Drag Race on your TV with just boring drag queens when you can sync us with it and roast alongside of us and make fun of everybody? So that's it.
Nobody better than you to roast, like in terms of that. Like, I mean, that's like a genuine, like if anybody's roasting anybody. So tune into that. And it's a new time right now in our lives, a new administration. Yeah. Doesn't it feel like I really felt like I was waiting to exhale, like the movie, like, okay.
Yeah.
And here we are.
It's weird that it's so quiet on Twitter, but I don't use Twitter that often because I'm 100. I'm still on the Facebook and the Instagram.
Well, we're on the TikTok now, both of us.
Yeah.
We're on the TikTok. The kids are watching slowly but surely. We're getting this fan base. So whatever.
Yeah. I love it.
I love it. I'm 50 and I love it.
I can't do it. My leg's stuck.
I can't, and I'm not. I'm sitting on a stool. Like, if people saw what was back there for real, it's like the shabbiest green screen you ever saw. It's held up by duct tape. It's so embarrassing. Anyway, that's the news of the day on Lunch Money.
If you can't fix it, duck it.
Duck it.
Duck it and suck it. All right. Well, that's been Lunch Money. And tune in every Monday afternoon at 12 noon to hear Gina Savage and I talk about nothing.
Boom shaka. We talk about boom shaka.
Exactly. Because we are your new noon daytime talk show. And deuces.